died. Okay, we have in the spirit Carolyn Sissy Adams, Rashad Ashford, Bilal Deshaun Colbert, Stanton Cruz, Daoud Colbert, Lynette Strawberry Daniel, Barry DeLoach, Earl Faison, Asia Farrell, Brian Fillmore, Darryl DeRose Lacroix Pouquin, Jaqueen Graham, Russell Jones, Abdul Kamal, Mashan Kadeech, Warren Lee, Tasha Macy, Rashid Kwan Moore, Shakan Nance, Michael Newkirk, Philip Pinnell, Jerome Reed, Santiago Chavo Villanueva, Randy Weaver, Maurice Gordon. With Tasha Macy, she was 60 years old and pregnant. In Hillside, New Jersey, where the police shot into the van and killed both her and the driver. Okay. We have to stop police brutality, people. It's a national and international epidemic. Okay, because it's happening in Nigeria. So understand that it's an international problem that we're having here with the police. We need to jail to kill the cops. Okay, we need to jail to kill the cops, people. Jail to kill the cops. Okay, we gotta stop police brutality. All right?
Jail to kill the cops.
That's right, jail to kill the cops. Remember the stolen lives and their families. Because when somebody gets killed by police and they don't receive any justice, there's a lot of mental health issues going on with these families, people. Talk to some of the mothers and fathers that have lost their kids or their family members to police brutality that have not had any justice. The wounds are very much open. So we need to stop it. We need to fight against the systemic system of killer cops. They need to be incarcerated and they need to be dealt with accordingly.
Rock that. You can rock that. I'm doing this. Rock that.
Give Ingrid a big hand. Give Ingrid a big hand. Give her a holler. Ingrid Hill. Stop police brutality. Stop police brutality. Stop police brutality. Stop police brutality. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
There ain't gonna be no justice.
There ain't gonna be no peace.
If there ain't gonna be no justice.
There ain't gonna be no peace.
If there ain't gonna be no justice.
There ain't gonna be no peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No racist.
Police.
No justice. No racist.
Police.
No justice. No racist.
Police.
No justice. No racist. No justice. No racist. Brianna. 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 George. 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 Ahmad. 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 Abdul. 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 Jerome. 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 Kashad. 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 Power to the people. I want to thank everybody for coming out today. It's a good turnout here in this isolated location. But we're here today because we're bringing it right to the Fraternal Order Police. We're bringing it right to them today because this, the Fraternal Order Police, Lodge number 12, is the organization that went into federal court, went into state superior court to stop the Newark Police Review Board. They went into superior court and the Superior Court judge ruled in their favor. But the city of Newark appealed and took it to the appellate court and won at the appellate court division. And the appeals court said the city of Newark has a right to establish a police review board with subpoena and investigatory powers. You would have thought they would have stopped there, but no, they took it to the state Supreme Court of New Jersey. And the state Supreme Court of New Jersey ruled that Newark could have a police review board, but that police review board could not have subpoena power and investigatory power without the authority of the state of New Jersey. We won at the appellate level. We lost in the state Supreme Court, but we're here today to say the fight is not over. The fight is not over. This would not be the first time that the courts ruled against us. The whole history of black people in this country is a history of court fights won, court fights lost, and court fights won again. So just because the state Supreme Court has made this ruling, the fight is not over, and we're going to carry the fight on. But we're here today to expose the Fraternal Order of Police for being on the wrong side of history. The FOP opposed the Police Review Board, but I think it's worth noting that there is a presidential debate tonight. Biden and Trump are debating tonight. But if you did not know already, I want to tell you, the 355,000-member Fraternal Order Police endorsed Donald Trump for president. They endorsed Donald Trump in 2015 for the first election, and they endorsed him again just a couple of weeks ago. In fact, Trump told the story himself in the first debate. He told Biden, he said, all the police are with me. And he's right. It's not just the Fraternal Order of Police. The New Jersey Police Benevolent Association endorsed Trump. The New Jersey Association of Police Organizations endorsed Trump. They have decided to throw their lot in with a president who is the leader of a rising fascist movement in this country. The FOP is on the wrong side of the Police Review Board issue, and the FOP is on the wrong side of this presidential election. And in fact, we're here today to say that they may be on the wrong side, but we're on the right side. And we're going to keep fighting for civilian oversight of the police. When the United States Attorney came into Newark and launched the Justice Department investigation, and when they issued their report, they cited 4 areas that needed action. And one of the 4 areas that needed action, the U.S. Attorney for New Jersey said that there should be civilian oversight of the police in Newark. But we didn't need the Justice Department to tell us that, because the people in this city have been fighting for a police review board for more than 60 years. And with the election of Mayor Ras Baraka, the son of Amiri Baraka, who is leading that fight for a police review board, in 2015 through executive order, he established the Police Review Board in Newark. And in 2016, the City Council ratified the Police Review Board through city ordinance. So this is the will of the people of the city of Newark to have a Police Review Board. And the police have used the courts to subvert, to overturn the democratic will of the people. And this is one of the problems with the police here in the United States. The police are not just a paramilitary force. They are a political force. And one of the reasons why we never hardly ever get a police conviction in a police brutality cases because the police have used the courts. They have used their contract negotiations. They have accrued to themselves power that normally they did not have. And they have made themselves a power unto themselves. They have made themselves into a power above the people. We're here today to say that the police are not above the people. The police must serve the people. That's why we're here today. The police are sworn to serve and protect. But over the decades, they have served themselves. And they have used the courts. They have used contract negotiations. They've used politicians. They've used local government, state government, and federal government to surround themselves with a bulwark of laws, ordinances, policies, procedures that give them a degree of protection from the law that the average citizen does not have. Just today, did you hear that they have dropped one of the murder charges against Chauvin, the officer that killed George Floyd? Are we surprised? Just the other day, the cover-up of the murder of Breonna Taylor was so bad, it stunk so bad, that the members of the grand jury went to the judge and did something unprecedented. They asked the judge if they could in fact publicly discuss what went on in the grand jury hearing. And the judge ruled in their favor. Normally, the proceedings, the deliberations of a grand jury is supposed to be kept private. But what Daniel Cameron, the Attorney General of Kentucky, what he did was so heinous and so corrupt that the jurors on that grand jury could not remain silent. And the judge ruled in their favor. This is why we've had case after case where the police committed murder and were not convicted of murder. Some of them didn't even go to jail at all. In the Breonna Taylor case, the police officers that shot Breonna Taylor didn't even get charged. The officer that's charged is the one that shot into the wall. What's more valuable, a human being's life or a wall? But he was charged with reckless endangerment. But the officers that killed Breonna have not been charged at all. We're 9 months after the murder, we're 6 months after the murder of George Floyd. Chauvin is not going to trial. We're almost 9 months after the murder of Arbery. No one is going to trial. We're more than 6 months beyond the murder of Breonna Taylor. No one is going to trial. Here in New Jersey, we've had case after case where officers kill and don't go to trial. So we say it's time that there be one system of justice in this country. There can't be one system of justice for the police and one system of justice for everybody else. There has to be one system of justice for all. If people commit murder in a blue uniform, they should receive the same penalties as people who commit murder who don't have a uniform. There has to be one system of justice. What do we want? When do we want it? So we say we're here today to call out the Fraternal Order of Police for subverting and overturning the democratic will of the people of the city of Newark. And we're here today to put you on notice that we're going to fight you. We're going to fight you every step of the way. We waited 60 years to get a police review board, and we'll fight 60 years more if necessary. And if some of us don't live that long, oversight of the police. In the United States, there are more than 800,000, and if you count administrative staff, more than 1 million people work for the police in the United States of America. The only country on the face of the earth that has more police is the People's Republic of China. But they should have more. They have 4 times the population. We got 330 million people. They got 1.2 billion people. They have 1.5 million police for 1.2 billion people. We have nearly 1 million police for 300 million people. The police have to have civilian oversight. We demand police review boards in every municipality in the state of New Jersey. There must be police review boards. There must be some type of civilian oversight of the police, because the police themselves are threatening democracy. What do we want? When do we want it? What do we want? When do we want it? I'm going to call Brother Zaid Muhammad to speak on behalf of the Newark Coalition, the Newark Communities for Accountable Policing. Give Brother a hand. Give Brother Zaid a hand. All power to the people. 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 Stop police brutality in the black community. By any means. Don't get punky on me. By any means necessary. By any means necessary. By any means necessary. Where do we go from here? Before I just say anything, just a few words of acknowledgement and respect and appreciation. Today is the 84th birthday of one Bobby Seale, chairman, co-founder of the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. Oh yes, Chairman Bobby taught us all how to seize the time. Chairman Bobby went on trial for his life not once but twice. Why the hell is this thing giving me all this feedback? That's a monster. All right, that's a monster microphone. Today is also the 25th National Day of Action Against Police Brutality. In cities all over this country, people are rallying today to put the pigs in this country on blast. Over 40 cities, New York, Chicago, name something, even Minneapolis, Asbury Park, we got somebody in Bergen County, all over the goddamn country, they're putting these pigs on blast. And they need to be on blast. But the question is, where do we go from here? We were here, at this spot, at this location, sounding the drum on these pigs here, because it was then that they went into court to block the beginning of Newark's brand new civilian review board. You may not know it, but New Jersey is one of the few states that doesn't have any kind of civilian review boards. And all of the civilian review boards in the country are wishy-washy, milquetoast, no authority civilian review boards. That's why you don't hear a damn thing about them and don't nothing get done. But in Newark, New Jersey, under the leadership of Ras Jewel Baraka, whose father, Amiri Baraka, not only electrified the whole country with black power, but was a survivor of police brutality on Springfield Avenue in 1967 at the height of the Newark Rebellion. Ras Baraka understood what we need in a civilian review board. He understood that we need the community rooted in social justice to drive what a civilian review board is supposed to look like. So our civilian review board, regardless of whatever court likes it or doesn't like it, has the People's Organization for Progress on that civilian review board. Our civilian review board has the NAACP on it, whether some court or something doesn't like it. Our civilian review board has the Iron Barrel Community Corporation on that civilian review board, regardless of whether the
police or some pigs or some court likes it or doesn't like it. The ACLU is on our civilian. We ain't got no civilian review board like that nowhere in the whole country. And we gonna have our CCRB the way we want it, because we are not giving up this fight. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Let's go further. Civilian review boards are supposed to be about accountability. Civilian review boards are supposed to ensure transparency. Can't do that without the community, and you can't do that without power. Power, subpoena power, independent investigatory power, power to conduct so-called parallel investigations. The New Jersey Court of Appeals, when we went to the New Jersey Court of Appeals 2 years ago, got it right and gave us a 90-page unanimous memorandum decision. And for any of y'all who are interested in studying law, let me tell you something about white supremacy and law. They're going to tell you that when you're dealing with appellate courts and you get a tight decision like that in the Court of Appeals, that your top courts usually are supposed to follow that. Ain't that what they tell you, Principal Barry, right? They lied, because white supremacy is the order of the day. And the New Jersey Supreme Court did not follow the New Jersey Court of Appeals in a 6-1 decision. Reminiscent, watch yourself, reminiscent, I would dare say, of the scourge of racism and slavery that was the Dred Scott case back in 1857, which said very plainly that the black man has no rights, that the white man is bound to respect. That's the kind of decision that we got from the New Jersey Supreme Court. And the Jersey Supreme Court, we're putting your ass on blast, too. Nobody gets out of this without being held accountable. So now, where do we go? We're now going into the state legislature. And I'm so proud to see young people from other communities here today. My young son from the NAACP in Jersey City is here today. My daughter's here from Hoboken are here today. Folks all over, everybody coming with your way of trying to get up in this. All these communities now must rally around the new bill that we're trying to get tight and right with a young assemblywoman out of Jersey City by the name of Angela McKnight. And she's a young, listen, and this ain't gonna be no cakewalk. This ain't gonna be no party. These young elected officials need to understand that they got to ride with the community when they do this, right? So my people in Jersey City, you got to turn it up on the House Negroes, your city council, and you got to get up under that young sister and let her know she can't do this shit by herself. Make it plain. She can't do this by herself. You are there on the strength of the people. You got to ride through Trenton on the wings and the shoulders of the people if you want to get something done. And guess what? God damn it, we are the people, and we want it right, we want it now, and we don't want no compromise, we don't want no sellouts, we don't want no wishy-washy politicians playing with our chance to seize the time. Right? That's Bobby's language, to seize the time. This is on our watch, this is our moment, we say the time has come. So that's where we go next. And Assemblywoman Angela McKnight, look her up, support that bill, call her and say we need it tight and right. Call her and tell her we need you to stand with the community. Call her and tell her all of us supporting co-sponsors need to be loud. We need to rally around those co-sponsors in all these communities like Patterson, like Passaic, like Hoboken, like New Brunswick, Jersey City, all those communities now must rally around this bill and take it all away. The time has come. Stop police brutality. Stop police brutality. By any means. By any means. By any means. By any means. All power to the people. All power to the people.
Your brothers out of your hands. Now, we get ready to march. What we want is for everybody to come and line up along this wall here. Because before we pull out, we're going to take a picture right under this sign. See what we're saying? We're going to take, so line up, single file, behind, along this wall. Yeah. Bring the police brutality and the subpoena power banner in the middle. Like right in the middle.
Yeah.
No, not Justice Monday. Subpoena power, there's subpoena power. Get right in between Jerome Reed. Jerome Reed, move down a little bit. Help him, Larry. Help him. Oh, okay. Are there any more of the small signs, the subpoena power signs? No.
Here's one. Here's one.
No, I just want for people that don't have a sign. It's too wide. All right, we're gonna have to make 2 lines. So move closer.
The front line hold the signs down. The back line hold the signs up.
Right.
Step forward. You holding one down. Step forward.
Right.
Step forward.
We're gonna have to make 2 lines. We're gonna have to make 2 lines. So we want people to move in a little bit more. To move in a little bit more.
Down.
There you go.
Down in
You
the
got
back.
that. Keep going. Keep going. The back line. The back line. Keep going. There you go. There you go. No, not down. They got to be up. They got to be up, Larry. Stand up. Is that Daniel?
Move down. Move down. You're obscuring the sign for Earl Payson.
Daniel and Steve, y'all got to move over a little bit. Right under Newark Lodge 12. There you go. Follow Steve, Daniel. Follow Steve.
Okay, move down, sister.
Now, there you go. There you go.
Move over a little
Is that
bit.
good? Can y'all get that? Get that line? I'm in the way.
How you doing, doctor? On the job, on the move.
Actually, too many people, right? That's a good thing.
Yeah, still ain't enough.
Right?
Still ain't enough.
People in the front are holding their time
Whole
down.
block.
That's right. Whole block.
All right, if you say so.
That's as good as it's gonna get. Don't get hit by the train. Don't goddamn get
Because you ain't gonna be able to collect them today.
Car too, car.
hold the sign, you messed up. You ain't holding the sign, you messed up. You ain't holding the sign, you messed up.
No peace. No peace. No peace.
Good? Everybody got the picture? Everybody look at me side. Hold on, Mama side. Everybody look at me side.